Right now I'm scaling my digital agency, Bright Solutions, for the German market and FlashHub for the international market to 500,000 euros in monthly revenue. And we are right now at 350k per month in revenue, but that wasn't always the case. And I just want to share some experiences with you on how we reached the current level and how we are going to reach the next level of 500k in revenue per month. And if you already watched some of my videos, you know that I started my digital agency back in 2006 as a freelancer, grew it to 43 full-time employees, but we had laser thin profit margins because we constantly had to hire more people, and that burned our profits. And yeah, it caused a lot of stress because everything depended on me. So in these days, the market was totally different than it is today, okay? We just had developers and everyone needed developers because that was a scarce skill set and it was hard to find good developers. So we had a competitive advantage by simply having more developers than all the other agencies in our city or region. And that's why we got clients. But in these days, there is so much competition, and then there is AI, and then there are all the offshoring and nearshoring companies. And at the same time, the markets have been burned by so many claims and offers that it's really hard to get clients these days. But not if you have a good offer. And that's really the foundation of our success right now. We really changed in 2018 how we sell our software development services. And then we also added digital marketing because, well, I had to learn digital marketing as our two biggest clients quit suddenly in the same year and we lost 60,000 euros of revenue per month. So we just depended on my network and it was hard to get new clients. So I invested 240,000 euros, been in almost every mastermind session, group coaching program in the US to learn marketing at a world-class level, and that really saved the business. So then I was very excited about all this digital marketing and lead generation and automation, etc. So that we added this as one strategic component, one strategic offer to my business. And that added an extra 100k in revenue in 1.5 years. So we experienced pretty good growth with this new offer. And that showed me that the offer is really the core to consistent growth. Because look at it like this, if you have an offer like nobody wants, or an offer that is the same like everyone else communicates out there, then why should potential clients book a call with you and buy from you? There is no reason. They can buy from anyone the same stuff from anybody. They just see the same services everywhere. So you don't have a competitive advantage, right? You don't need to have fancy USPs. You just need to have a good offer that solves problems for your clients. And when we talk about digital agency services, software development specifically and digital marketing, there are just a few types of problems you can solve. So with digital marketing, you always have to help your clients get more leads, get more revenue, get more clients. That's it. No business ever hires a marketing agency just for random activities, for creating, there are some that just hire businesses for commoditized services like creating presentations or creating some random image videos. But if there is a buyer, an enterprise organization with a marketing manager who needs to purchase such services because they don't have the in-house competency, they can choose to work with everyone in the marketplace. So in the end, it's just about the price. You don't have any competitive advantage. And it's so hard to get clients for these commoditized services everyone offers. So in digital marketing, you always need to help them get more leads, if it's B2B mainly, or high ticket services, or get more clients in any case. Even with e-commerce, obviously you optimize for getting clients. With B2B lead generation, you optimize for getting leads. But in the end, your clients also need clients because otherwise there is no ROI. And in the end, your services are always measured by the ROI you can generate. So you need to be really good at one thing, okay? I will talk about in a minute how we really streamlined our marketing services and how we get our clients consistent success. So if you're offering software development services or AI automation services, what your clients want from you is cost reduction through automation. They want to increase their profit margins and they want to grow faster without hiring more people. That's what you're doing when you provide software development services with a focus on automating processes. If you provide software development services with a focus on building digital products that should generate revenue, then obviously your clients want revenue from these digital products. So in the end, you see, you always contribute either to cost reduction or to profit increase or revenue increase. Okay, one or the other always needs to be your goal, your KPI on how you measure success. So that's why clients buy. And what we made out of this realization that I had back in 2019 is we just built two strategic business units. The one is software development, the other one is digital marketing. And by the way, they contribute nicely to each other, because when we win a client for digital marketing, like 10%, 20% also relaunch their website with us, right? It's a good service to get a foot in the door and then like upsell a bigger project. So that definitely works. The same for software development. Now, in these days, it is close to impossible, from my experience, to win big clients who have hundreds of thousands or millions of budget for a software project. First, you need to get a foot into the door. And we built a strategic offer, which is basically either website relaunches where we build funnels in the website. That's what most other like web development businesses don't do, so that the website generates leads and clients. Or if we develop prototypes, we develop a prototype in 10 days. Of course, we use AI for that. And we validate their idea through digital marketing to ensure that, well, people are interested in the digital product and actually buy it, because the digital product needs to generate revenue. Remember, that's the only goal. So we have these two strategic business units, and we really productized our entry services, because then it's easy to sell, it's easy for clients to understand what they are getting, and yeah, it's also easy to fulfill. So we have high enough profit margins to make our marketing profitable. Because in the end, the entry offer needs to do two jobs. It needs to make it easy for clients to say yes and start working with you, and they will say yes if they see the value and have a low perceived risk. And this entry offer needs to pay back your marketing investment at least 2 times, so that you are making some profits. And then out of these profits, you can reinvest in marketing and grow faster. That's how you can get exponential growth. And you can upsell another project, because you have the client already. You don't need to spend money on ads anymore to upsell an additional service. So that's the positioning part. That's the strategy part on how we build our offers. Now on the fulfillment side, back in 2018, it was all plain chaos. We had like 43 employees, everything depended on me, and people didn't know what they should do when I didn't tell them. So that like is one of the root causes, I guess, why I lost my hair, because it was so stressful and I had a lot of sleepless nights. And yeah, I think what we did is to really fix this is build so-called quality standards. When we have this productized offer, and then like clearly defined deliverables and a clear process to create these deliverables for each strategic offer, right? For the software development as well as for the digital marketing services, then everyone knows what people should do at a certain stage of the project. It's crystal clear what needs to be done, yet every project, every result is of course delivering individual results. But the steps to get the result is always the same. The process, how the team collaborates, is always either Scrum or Kanban, okay? It's a clear leadership system. We use Jira. I wouldn't recommend this. If you can use ClickUp, it's a much better tool, or Monday or Asana. But then you have a digital platform where you can really like put people on top of this platform, onboard them with video training, because like if you have standardized processes, you can easily create a video and train other people easily without you having to spend your time on one-on-one calls with every new hire. And that allows us to hire talent quickly, employees and freelancers, and onboard them quickly. Now that's actually the next point. How do we get new talent? Now the fun part is in 2024, I had a presentation at Stanford University. It was a remote presentation. And I talked about the future of organizations, how I thought organizations will operate and scale. And my idea was always that, well, if you have a business and your business is like the platform, with an offer that's interesting for your clients and with offers that are interesting for talent, like employees and freelancers, then the whole business consists of offers. And now how the offers actually work is by providing quality standards that show clients that you know what you're doing and that lead your team so that they can focus on what they are really good at, instead of like drowning in the chaos of like constant meetings and messages and nobody knows what like the coworkers are doing. Okay, that's just chaos. That burns your profit margins, that burns great talent, that burns out you eventually as the founder and owner of the business. So that's not a good practice if you really want to scale. But I think if you have standardized offers and a standardized fulfillment system, now you can build sales funnels to get leads and clients in, and you can build HR funnels to attract talent. And that's actually what we are doing right now. So yesterday, actually, no, 2 days ago, my team just messaged me saying, hey, we have too many clients. Everyone is almost over capacity and we need to get new customer success managers. That's the bottleneck actually. And we have clear capacity tracking per person, and these KPIs clearly showed, yes, people are at their limit. So we need to hire new customer success managers. And actually I just started the HR funnel, the recruitment funnel, like 2 days ago. And like 5 hours after it was switched on, we got applications. Applications from really good people with 8 years of experience in digital marketing and project management in software projects as well. So then we also have a very structured recruiting process and assessment process, just in a way like we have a sales funnel to get leads and clients. We also don't work with anyone and everybody, but we have an assessment to see if like potential clients are a good fit. And that's the same, basically the same process we use for hiring talent and assessing talent. So then in 2 days, I got a perfect fit, and I think the person will start on Monday. And that's how we achieve the time to hire from demand to contract sign. And the person actually starts, right, of 3 days. Like that was totally unimaginable 5 years ago when we posted like job posts on job portals. And it cost us 2,000 euros just to post such a job on a portal. And then like we got a lot of trash applications in, and it took, I don't know, a month until we actually had a person working with us. And now it takes us like 3 days. And we don't just have this experience with one customer success manager right now. We are also hiring salespeople, and we use the same funnel. And we just switch it on the campaign on social media. Typically it's Meta, Facebook and Instagram. And we get applications instantly. And then we just process them. They send us quick like video selfies so we can see how they represent themselves, especially important, of course, for salespeople. And that is a scalable organization, right? That's what I always dreamed of, because it really operates like a machine. It's not just like throwing people at a place, hope that they figure everything out, and then if like everything burns, I as the CEO have to fight the fires and handle the escalations. That's not how it is anymore. It's really very streamlined, and I think this is the only way to grow it if you want to grow or scale a digital agency. I mean, of course, you could sell courses. That scales much easier, but it's much harder to get your clients good results. So it scales at a certain point, and then you hit a plateau. I think with a digital agency, we can easily hit 500K, 600K. I mean, the million in revenue a month is the goal. I think we are not yet there. It might take us 2 years. But as we like almost doubled our revenue with these new services every single year, I think it's realistic that we hit 500K next year. And to make this work without burning out, I think the number one thing is really having great offers, a standardized fulfillment system, which also means your offers need to have standardized deliverables, obviously. Because if you want stability and your offers are like you are like a belly shop, like we've been in 2018 and before, how do you want to expect stability? It's simply not possible, right? And with these standardized offers, we build the quality standards, and then we hire and recruit talent through recruiting funnels and also acquire clients constantly through sales funnels. And our sales team has a very structured process, setter calls and closer calls, obviously, in order to see if clients are a good fit and then close the deal if the client wants to close the deal and work with us. Otherwise, of course not. But in this case, we can really deliver high quality work because we have standards and not just random people doing random stuff. I think that's really the key. So if you are looking to grow your digital agency and scale it without scaling your workload and your stress while having laser thin profit margins like I had back in 2018, then you need to really standardize your offers or productize your service offers, right? At least for the entry offer, at least. And if you want to see how that works, we are putting another link here so you can see how you can standardize your offers And then there are a lot of other videos on this channel showing you how to build the sales funnels, how to create your strategy for the sales funnel, how to create videos. Even if you don't want to show your face on camera, you can use AI videos. They actually work pretty well. If you have a good offer, right? It's not about if it's AI or not, it's about the offer. So you need to make sure your offer is good. That's actually, if you want to take one advice away from this video, you should care about your offer. It needs to solve a specific problem for your clients, deliver a specific outcome, and you need to be able to deliver it in a standardized way with standardized, clearly defined deliverables. Then you move away from just selling people or time for money, and you really become a solution provider who delivers reliable results. And that's everything clients want. And that's what you need to deliver if you want to scale, because you can only scale if you provide value at scale. Otherwise, there is no way. So, all right, that's everything for today. I'm looking forward to the next video. I will keep you on track how the next month go. And yeah, I think it's an exciting journey. Cheers.